Hello Chris, it's me again, finally doing my entry to your video. I hope you're doing okay. Thanks for having this contest, for you really wanted to have one. I haven't seen, I have followed your channel from the, I think for the, not for the very best first video you had. Mostly I think I discovered your channel when you did your 100 push to contest. Since then, I've been a regular viewer of your videos. I think you have an awesome taste, very eclectic. You can go from Broadway shows to jazz to country to punk to heavy metal, some thrash, death, and everything in between. So, five simple questions. I'm going to start with the first one. Show one album from 1974, the year you were born. Long time ago. So here it is. I think one of the finest albums from that year. I went through the whole list of 1974. There are some really good masterpieces from that year, but I'm going to go with Queen and Sheer Heart Attack, one of the heaviest album. And funny thing, the song Sheer Heart Attack is not in this one. Not featured in this at all. It appears in the second sorry, on the one that came after this one. No weird thing, but here it is. Sheer Heart Attack by Queen. Next from 1988, because you wanted 1988, I had to go with this one. It was too obvious. 1988. I think made in the finest moment. Maybe this one. Sometimes it's Power Slave. Sometimes it's Peace of Mind. Somewhere in time, I don't know. But this is one of my favorite Iron Maiden vinyls from 1988. This one was the first CD I ever bought back in the day, and I played to death. I memorized all the lyrics. I absolutely love that album. So here it is from 1988, Iron Maiden, Son of a Seventh Son. Oh, by the way, it was one of my PCLT that I received from the one and only Aaron, Mr. BCLT on the PC. So thanks again, Aaron, from this one. Next, three important records, albums in our music life, career, and whatever. I'm going to go with start with the first one. It's a tape. It was the first thing I ever bought back in the day when I was start buying music. I saw it. I knew this band, this duo, from a couple of hits they had back in the day. So this is the first thing I ever bought. It's I have shown this many times. It's Hall & Oates and H2O, really good one. Really old tape from back in the day. There it is, and the J card has nothing inside. It's pretty bland. So there it is from 1982. Also from that year, a really landmark in my music journey. As you can say, it's a story I've told many times. I'm not going to tell it this time because I don't want this video to go way too long. But it's the most famous album from my favorite band. This is a reissue from 2014, I think. Yes, 2014. Of course, it's Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast. You already know this beast of an album. No pun intended. Everything, it's awesome. First track I ever listened, it's Invaders, and I love that song since day number one. I know it's not one of the favorite songs by many fans from the band, and I think they have not played that one live. I think it's one of the few songs that they have not played in any concert or show, but to me it has a special place because it was the first song I ever listened from a heavy metal band, from a heavy metal act, from the genre, from this type of music, and it really stuck with me since that first time I listened to it. I think I listened to this album in late late 82 or early 83, but since then that's has to be one of my favorite Maiden songs, the opening track from this beast of an album, Invaders. So there it is. Next one, it's the first vinyl I ever bought, not with my money. I went, I think, I went with my brother and my mother to a local shop many years ago because I don't know, I can't remember if it was my birthday or something like that. I don't think so because my brother also got something, and I wasn't looking for this album. I was looking for another one, but they didn't have it, or I decided not to buy it. I think it was Power Slave, the one that I was going after, but they did not have it, or I don't know why I ended up picking this one. But I'm really glad I did it because it's the biggest album from this band, and it's not in the native tongue. It's sung in English. Of course, it's Balón Rojo and their biggest selling album, Volumen Brutal. This is the one they recorded for the English market. Of course, all the songs are, you can tell, written, sung in English with heavy Spanish, Hispanic, mostly from accent. It's of course it's a different accent from the Latin American countries. It's very heavy. So if you can bear that gimmick of way of singing, this is a really great and awesome heavy metal album from back in the day. This one is from 82, I think, and this is the, of course, the version they recorded for the British, for the English market. So there is Balón Rojo and Volumen Brutal. Next, you asked to show what are our inner sleeves, or how we keep our records. Down here it's not easy to get good stuff, lots of mobile sleeves and all. So for the vinyls I use some generic plastic. So nothing too fancy. And for the inners, whenever I can find some good stuff, I buy them. Mostly I have to get it from outside of the country. There are some stores that are carrying the good inner sleeve, but they are kind of pricey. So I have to manage that thing to adjust it to my budget. And finally, since when I have been a member of the BC or doing videos, I think it's around early 2019, April, May, when I discovered the BC. After another business, another labor thing, that I was laid off early 2019. So I was not depressed, but I started had a lot of time, so I started watching videos in YouTube. I discovered another thing, and one thing led to another. I discovered Scott Waters' channel, another videos that were showing some guys that had huge and amazing collections. So and then I find out, oh, there is a whole world out there of guys that do enjoy collecting, having music in physical format. That's just CDs or vinyl tapes, and then I discovered there were another formats like 8 tracks that down here you never saw 8 tracks. They were not available on cars and anything, or players for 8 tracks. So then I found out that on PC I saw a couple of contests that were uploaded, or for some channels that were pushing from, I can't remember what were the content. So I decided to, after watching videos, and I decided to leave comments, and afterwards I started posting some videos and doing some video response. So that's it, mostly from early 2019, May or something like that. So that's it. I think those are all the things 5 things you were asking for, Chris. Thanks again for having this contest. For whatever reason, I think it's a good name for this contest because just because it is what it is, we are having a great time and really fun doing this entry. Once again, thanks. This is Christian saying goodbye from down here from Santiago, Chile. Till next time, see ya.